Hi everybody, Jezza here. Welcome to Real World Resilience. Today I want to talk about the unknown. So, when my life got turned upside down, did you know the biggest fear I had? It wasn't that I couldn't walk again. It was I would never be able to explore again. I would never be able to adventure again. I would never be able to live my old life of getting lost in crazy places. Trust me, I've been to some pretty crazy places. 15 years. I travelled. Didn't stop. I travelled and travelled. I travelled to work. I didn't work to travel. It was my life. And over these times on these beautiful little casts, I might give you a few little stories of where I've been and what I've done. But it's a little bit more than the average character. So I was so scared when I had my injury. I came from being a full independent, crazy, exploring adventurer to a dependent tetraplegic, quadriplegic. I was so scared that I could never travel ever again. When I came back to New Zealand from Switzerland, I came back with a nurse, a travel doctor, business class, all paid by my insurance, thank goodness. I came back to New Zealand and started my life again. Most of my mates were still travelling, living the life, living the dream, going to crazy, beautiful places like I used to. And I was stuck back in good old Kiwi land. I had no idea what I was capable of in those times. It was all unknown. But I had to push my horizons. I had to get my life back again. So lucky for me, I had family in Europe. And a year after I was back in New Zealand, I needed to get out. I needed to get back into the world. So, luckily for me, I travelled over to Europe to see my family. Travel round, go back to Interlaken where I was living prior to, where the crazy canyoning accident happened. But that was easy travel. That was basic. It wasn't Jezza travel. So then one day I was sitting down talking to some mates of mine. And somebody mentioned something about the Mongol Rally. The hardest rally on the planet, apparently. And at that moment in time, I was like, I'm going to do this. So we gathered together an incredible team. We brought a couple of Yaris's in Wales. We did a little bit of fundraising. And we went on an epic. Wow, what an epic it was. From London to Mongolia and back through Russia. We weren't meant to drive back through Russia. It's just the way that it turned out. I won't go into too many details on this little cast because so many things happened. So many life lessons on the way, but I needed to do this to test my limits. We camped everywhere, sometimes sleeping all night in the cars, sometimes driving all night in the cars. But it was an adventure of a lifetime. I wouldn't go back and do it again. Living 2.5 months in a Yaris is quite intense. But going the places that we went and seeing the people and meeting the people that we did and putting my body through what I needed to get there was a life-changing experience. Showed me what I was capable of. I never stopped pushing my limits and I never will stop pushing my limits. But we are all in the unknown. Possibilities are endless. In these changing times, our lives get turned upside down, but we never know what we're capable of. So team, Keep on adventuring, keep on exploring. Things change, we all adapt, but it's all about adventure. To undertake a task without knowing the outcome. The unknown. What a beautiful place to be. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. This is Jezza. Out.